guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match preview for Barcelona versus Celta Vigo in La Liga. Of course, Champions League football next season is confirmed, but now we are fighting for second place for that extra 10 million euros and also participation in the Spanish Super Cup. We need 2 wins out of our final 3 games to secure second place and of course achieve those objectives. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. It'll be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 9:30 p.m. local time, so half an hour later than usual, and this match will be taking place at the Camp Nou, and the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch, it will be Miguel Angel Arias, and on the VAR, it will be Ricardo de Burgas. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table. Barcelona are currently sat in second place in La Liga on 69 points. After playing 35 matches, we have 20 wins, 9 draws, and 6 losses. And you look at our last 5 games in the league, 3 wins and 2 losses. So not too bad of a record there. Third place Sevilla on 65 points, Atletico Madrid on 64 points, and Real Betis, we don't really care about them because of course we've already qualified for Champions League. What we're looking at right now is the race for second place between Sevilla, us, and Atletico Madrid. Of course, remember, they've already won the league. Who cares about that? Now, if you look at those points, Sevilla, I talked to you guys about the big matches last weekend. Sevilla dropped points against Villarreal. They drew 1-1, and Atletico Madrid beat Real Madrid in the Madrid derby. So overall, it has gone in our favor. All we need now is 2 wins. Of course, the maximum points Barcelona can get at this stage of the season is 78 points, and Sevilla can only get 74 points. So all we have to do now is get 75 points to secure second place. That is pretty much 2 wins or 1 win and 2 draws from our final 3 games. And if you take a look at the top teams who will be facing this weekend, Betis will have to travel to Valencia. That'll be a difficult game. Sevilla will host Real Mallorca, and Atletico Madrid will travel to Elche. Both should be easy wins on paper, and of course on paper for us it should be a win against Celta Vigo at home. So expect Sevilla and Atletico Madrid to win their matches. That means that Barcelona have to go out there and beat Celta Vigo in order to secure second place as soon as possible. Now if you take a look at our opponents in Celta Vigo and where they're currently standing in the league table, they are currently sat in 11th place in La Liga on 43 points. After playing 35 matches, they have 11 wins, 10 draws, and 14 losses. And you look at their last 5 games in the league, 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. So overall this season, they're having a very, very bang average season and are currently sat almost mid-table in La Liga. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Celta Vigo. Like I just mentioned, so far this season, they're having a very, very average season, very, very up and down, wins, losses, draws, all over the place. And overall, they're currently sat in mid-table in La Liga. But the last time we actually faced them was back under Sergi Barjuan as the interim manager a few weeks after Ronald Koeman was sacked. It was a 3-3 draw, and if you do remember, we were 3-0 up at halftime. Away at their stadium, we always do very, very poor there. We were up 3-0 at halftime, and we choked it in the second half, unfortunately. Lines on the screen, of course, there were some differences. Mengueza was playing right back, Lenglet and Eric Garcia as a center back partnership. Nico starting in the midfield, Gavi on the wings as well. Very, very odd lineup, and in the end, we choked it and drew 3-3. That should have been a win for Barcelona, but in the end, of course, we did not manage to get all 3 points. But let's take a look now at Celta Vigo's last 5 matches in all competition. In the last match, they beat Alaves 4-0. They drew 1-1 with Granada. They lost to Getafe 2-0. They beat Athletic Club 2-0. And they lost to Espanyol 1-0. So the 3 matches I want to take a quick look at and analyze is the last 3 matches in all competition against Getafe, Granada, and Alaves. Let's first take a look at their 2-0 loss to Getafe at home. Now this match for Celta Vigo was very, very poor. Going forward, they were dreadful. In the defense, they were okay, but some players were not playing that great. Most importantly, though, they lost that midfield battle. In the Getafe were very, very clinical and defended very well to get all 3 points. Let's now take a look at their 1-1 draw away from home to Granada. Now, in this match, it was a bit more even. Up top, they were much more clinical in this match, but they still lost that midfield battle, but overall defended well in the match and walked away with 1 point. And finally, let's take a look at their last match in all competition, which was a 4-0 win to bottom of the table Alaves. In this match, Celta Vigo were much better than them. They were all over them, 4 goals, and of course, Iago Aspas, their star striker, their captain, getting a brace on the night. Also, Denis Suarez was the man of the match in this match, of course, despite Iago Aspas scoring 2 goals. He controlled that midfield, they defended very well, and in the end, Celta Vigo were much better than Alaves and secured all 3 points. So overall, final thoughts on Celta Vigo. They are typical mid-table La Liga side. Of course, against the lower teams, they will go for it, but against the bigger teams, they will, pretty much park the bus but play a bit more open football. Their current managers are Roberto, who's done very well for them this season so far. Not a world-class manager, but of course, gets the job done. Now, players to look out for Celta Vigo, there is quite a few. Firstly, Xavi Galan, who of course we have been linked with very heavily over the past few weeks. Jason Murillo, of course, a former Barcelona player, doesn't really start for Celta Vigo that much, but in this match he is expected to start. Of course, keep an eye on him. There are 2 star midfielders. Firstly, Denis Suarez, former Barcelona player, and also Briez Mendes as well. Spanish midfielder, plays very well. Up front, of course, Nolito, former Barcelona player as well, but I don't know why he turns into prime Ronaldinho against us every single time. And of course, the main man, Iago Aspas. Every single time he plays Barcelona, turns into Ronaldo Nazario without fail. I think at the Camp Nou he's usually very poor, but at their stadium always turns into R9. But away from home, usually has either 50-50 game where he plays very well or plays very poorly. So these are the players to look out for. Of course, Celta Vigo, a very compact team. So what Barcelona have to do is pass very well in this match, control the midfield battle, and of course, finish our chances. Now, with the league season slowly but surely coming to an end, the yellow card accumulation is something very important to watch out for, and currently there are 3 Barcelona players who are 1 yellow card away from suspension. Those 3 players are Jordi Alba, Frankie de Jong, and Eric Garcia. If they pick up a yellow card in this match, they will be suspended for the next match, which is Getafe away from home. Let's now take a look at the squad list. The squad list for this match has been released and confirmed, and it is as follows. So Stegen, Araujo, Ricky Puig, Dembele, Dani Alves, Memphis, Ansu, Adama, Breaking, Neto, Lenglet, Luke de Jong, Jordi Alba, Ferran, Frankie de Jong, Mingueza, Umtiti, Eric Garcia, Aubameyang, Gabi, Alvaro Sanz, Arna Tanez, and Jandro Oliana. So of course, from the last squad list, a few changes. Busquets is suspended, Des is still injured, Pique is still injured, Roberto is still injured, Pedri is injured. So in comes Jandro Oliana and Alvaro Sanz, the midfield duo from Barcelona B, to of course comply with the lack of midfielders in the squad. Other than that, no other surprises. Time now to get into Xavi's press conference reaction. He did his press conference this morning. Of course, he's asked a lot of questions from the media, some good questions and more so in-depth questions as well. So let's get and see what the manager had to say. Started by saying that now we've fulfilled our goal of finishing in the top 4. Our next goal is to finish in 2nd place. I want them to create more chances and not lose the ball in the midfield. We give opponents opportunity to play on the counterattack and we lose the ball a lot, and we have to be responsible when we have it in our possession. We don't have an exact profile like Busquets to replace it in the team. There are positions in the squad that we don't have covered very well, i.e. left back. It's important to do good planning for the future. We have a plan to deal with the economic situation that we are in. Players must leave so that other players can be signed, but we have to strengthen ourselves if we want to be competitive next season. And currently I am happy with the president and the sporting directors. They respect my opinion. We will work together to try and strengthen the team for next season. There are 3 games left and we depend on ourselves to qualify for the Spanish Super Cup. It's good news to be in the Champions League, and now at the end of the season with very good feelings. Ansu is fine. We have to be cautious with him. He has good feelings as well. I can see that he's very happy. He's made a difference the other day, of course, and I'm very happy with him. He's currently at 100% fit, but we do have a plan for him, and maybe now playing 90 minutes is still a big risk for Ansu Fati. He was then asked about Erling Haaland going to Man City, which of course now has been confirmed by the media. He said it's not official quite yet. When it is, you can ask me again. If we ruled out his signing, I'm not going to lie to you, our economic situation was very difficult to comply with Erling Haaland, so pretty much saying, look, we could not meet the financial demands for Erling Haaland in the end. Since November, we have improved a lot, but that's not a criticism for Ronald Koeman. Compare my first game versus Espanyol to the one with the last game against Real Betis. I think we have improved a lot as a squad and as a team. It's early to talk about signings and departures. We are playing, but we have to focus on remaining games right now. Will be time to talk about everything in the future. So he said in the press conference also that right now he knows everyone that he wants to get rid of in the Barcelona squad and who he wants to bring in as well, and that the last 3 games will not change his opinion. So whether Ricky Puig comes in and plays well, Lenglet comes in and plays well as well, in the end he has made his decision on the current squad. Then asked about Dembele's contract renewals, and I have no doubts about Dembele's playing style. He's a different player to other players and other wingers. I'm very happy with him, and I do hope that in the end that he stays. Hando Orellana has a profile of a La Masia player and a very careful midfielder who does not lose the ball. He can play inside or as a pivot. We call them up together with Alvaro Sanchez, and hopefully they can get a few minutes tomorrow in the match. Frenkie de Jong has always needed to have the freedom of the pitch. He plays great. I'm happy with him, and he has made that big difference in a number of matches this season. Sometimes I ask him to stick to the defensive roles, but he's doing very well in the current role that I'm giving him. And again, lastly, to end off this press conference, he was asked about Erling Haaland and whether or not he chose the money over the sporting product. He said that I wouldn't say that. I'm not going to disrespect other clubs' sporting product as well. Said he have a lot of titles and can compete at the top level. If what you say happens, it would have been because of our financial situation. And that concluded Xavi's press conference reaction ahead of the match against Celta Vigo tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup predictions. Let's start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best with this lineup. It will be difficult to predict. We'll go some rotation, go full strength, even maybe change formation with the lack of midfielders. I'm not quite too sure, but I have going this lineup on the screen right now for Xavi. I think we'll go with Ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Dani Alves, Araujo, Eric Garcia, Jordi Alba, midfield three of Frenkie de Jong, Gavi, and Riqui Puig, and a front three of Ousmane Dembele, Aubameyang, and Ferran Torres. Of course, the back five is set in stone, and Jordi Alba will be the captain in this match with Busquets and Gerard Pique, and also Sergi Roberto out. That's the only midfield that we have currently: De Jong, Gavi, Riqui Puig. I mean, there's no debate there. The only debate in this team is the front three. Who will he select? Of course, it's the golden boy, his girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is. Ferran Torres will start at left wing. I think we'll stick with Dembele on the right and go with Aubameyang up top, which does mean that Memphis Depay will drop to the bench. He could maybe start Adama again to rotate and help, rest Dembele a bit, but I think that's very, very unlikely. But what Xavi could do is change formations in this match and go with more so of a 4-2-3-1. Of course, not really a big fan of Riqui Puig this season, hasn't played too many minutes. You could have Frenkie de Jong and Gavi as a pivot, have Memphis in that camp position where he did very, very well at Lyon, got player of the season there as well, and stay with that same front three. He could do that, but in the end, I think he'll go with this formation in the 4-3-3 and start Riqui Puig, start Ferran, and of course, move Memphis Depay to the bench, and that's not I think that Xavi Hernandez will select for this match. But of course, let me know down in the comments below what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach, and I have made one change from Xavi's lineup. You guessed it, I have dropped Ferran for Memphis Depay. I do the same thing every single week. I think Depay definitely 100% played better than Ferran against the Real Betis. So for me, that leads to Ferran getting dropped, and of course, Memphis Depay coming in. Now, I wouldn't really consider that 4-2-3-1 formation. Of course, we still need the points on the board. I don't want to change the system. I don't want to, risk it in this match. Although Celta Vigo at the Camp Nou, you can risk it, but I would stay conservative, get the 3 points, and of course, make some rotation. Maybe bring on Mingueza for Dani Alves. Maybe bring on Lenglet for some rotation as well. Bring on Adama. Maybe get Luke a couple minutes as well. But overall, I would go with this lineup on the screen right now. But of course, let me know in the comments below. Would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? It will be difficult, but I have gone Barcelona winning this match by 3-1. I think in the end, the quad that we have over Celta Vigo, we're on better form right now at the Camp Nou. It should be 3 points, but for me, it does depend on which Celta Vigo team turns up. If it's a Celta Vigo in their stadium, it's going to be a very, very difficult game, and especially if a Iago Aspas turns up as well. But typically, Celta Vigo at the Camp Nou always do very, 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 very poorly. But again, depends on who shows up. But for Barcelona, again, like I said, for the Celta Vigo rundown, you have to win that midfield battle and finish your chances in this match. So overall, it will be difficult, no doubt about that. But I have gone with Barcelona win this match by 3-1. But of course, let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that was my match preview for Barcelona versus Celta Vigo in La Liga. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly is your score prediction, and secondly, on your lineups. Firstly, would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? What do you think Xavi would go with? What would you go with if you're the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me, watch the game with me. Follow me for the match by match reviews. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Big game ahead to secure second place and of course participation in the Spanish Super Cup. Take care and Forza Barca.